Welcome back. I'm going to make sure my camera gets clear. My name is Patricia Regier with Regier Educational Services. Testing also with this live stream directly from Facebook to YouTube. Welcome back. I'm going to make sure my camera gets and turned off the volume of the video on YouTube. That is slight delay. Reminding myself that as soon as I hit go, even if I have not viewed it on YouTube yet, because of that delay, that it's starting the record right away. And want to test out if I was sharing sound to Zoom, because this is a direct live stream from Zoom to YouTube. If that music actually comes through the video, I will check that later. So much of this sometimes is testing, playing, wondering, being curious, and exploring what is possible. The reason why I'm popping on to this live stream is because I was just in a meeting. We were playing around with the immersive view, and it's hard to believe that it's been a whole year since Zoom launched their immersive view. I'm going to turn that on right away and double check. I believe it goes directly to the live stream. I know I tested it to be part of Zoom's recording, which some of those things didn't happen right away. They were with the follow-up updates after Zoom launches something. I just want to remind everyone not to judge it by that first baseline too, because the new features can evolve as well. Additional creative options are possible. So I wanted to quickly, while I was thinking about it, create a little update about that immersive view to attach it to my previous videos, looking at the pros and cons about it, looking at the first looks and tutorial about it. So I'll link those previous videos as well, but just add a bit of an update to it. Again, my name is Patricia Regier with Regier Educational Services and author of the book, The Online Shift. So I will now turn on the immersive view, and I'll link the videos so that you can see how to do this. The process is still the same. And I'm just going to pick one. And it's always about the choice. So I'm going to start it, and it puts me into a scene. And part of it, I wanted to test that it's still going to the live stream. And so that's just a slight delay. And then I'm going to test it in combination of some newer features that Zoom has more recently launched as well, and just showcase that they work together too. So it is live streaming directly to YouTube, which you can see if you're watching this now or as the replay. And it does come through the Zoom recording too, just to clarify that update as well from what it started out with. And those were some of the pros and cons. Again, my wish list. I don't know if Zoom's watching my videos, but I'm sure many people have those same thoughts, same requests, or just with their own evolution of these different features. Now, this will work in combination. I have to go to video settings at the bottom and then pick the background and effects, and then pick avatars. And so I can add an avatar to this virtual background. Now, if just an update too, if someone already had a virtual background up behind them, this virtual immersive view actually just replaces that background. Now I can also turn off my avatar again. And this would be a great fireside chat. They do actually have a view with a fireplace, or interview or podcast if you were live streaming directly from Zoom into YouTube. If you're using another streaming platform, you can't necessarily combine these, but you could play around with that platform with virtual backgrounds if this kind of thing could work. That's something always, if you think if it's possible, try it out as well. So I just wanted to highlight that it live streams, it it's part of the recording. You can change it up in, midway during you can change the immersive view and do, change it up. There's different seasonal ones that you can, if you had a panel, you can have, and this will include their background or virtual background. So if I, in this case, chose a virtual background, I'll just pick one here. Let's see, have some ready. Oh, and that's the problem too. It goes, let's go like that. Not sure, I'll have to check in the, so with that smaller screen, it didn't show too wide, but I did notice that when I was changing out the virtual background, that, let me just make sure I have that up and ready, that it adjusted how wide my view was. So I always have that ready, that if I'm coming out of immersive view or out of a virtual background, that I can adjust the camera to make it closer or farther away if it's done that inadvertently. So even a video background works in this case, which is fun too. And again, if you had a panel or anything like that, it's replacing the virtual background right away with this kind of look. And you can upload your own virtual or immersive view background for something that you might have. So let me just see, it wasn't, let's just take a look here. So I'm just going to pick some, a photo that I have ready. And let's see, and if I move that over to the side, so, which is great. You see, you can pretty much create anything. I'm going to click start so you can see that. And so you can really have fun with what you create for your virtual background. Now, without a green screen, if I'm moving around, it does come through. But if you're sitting pretty still, this is a view from one of the recent YouTube videos, tutorials about the Zoom's waiting room video option, if you want to check that out. So I'm going to go back to the original one for just a moment. So again, I encourage you to play, explore. This was a quick update that some of those things that didn't work initially, the way it's working now, to provide that update about the Zoom Immersive View 1 year later. And it is a great fun way to combine different options with Zoom or just use this version, especially if you just want to mix things up and have some fun with that, or, just change the scene. It can be a great warm-up icebreaker too. And this is also a great way to get people to turn on their videos. By changing it up like this, they want to see themselves in that space too, whether that's, fear of missing out. And then you can do things like, give a high five to each other, and just have fun in the space, and then move on with content, whether it's a meeting or a training workshop or any learning experience. And they do have classroom options too. So this is, even if you're doing a bit of a lecture, and the host can move around the people in the space as well. So that's only a host function as well. So, and I could even make my my bigger in some of the scenes, or at least move it around. So I'll just do a final test in that respect. If I wanted to make it smaller or bigger, it's not doing that, but I can move myself to the other side if I wanted the person. So really, I could upload something that had my logo on it as well, and have something branded in this space as well for a tea and tips and coffee chat, or whatever you want to do as your regular live stream. You could have it in this way too. But again, I'm doing this to one platform, not all, and that's triggering an idea that I'm going to test out with my live streaming platform, Melon, can I bring in a different kind of background? I've really seen some creative ways people have started their live streams through that platform. So, different platforms can give you ideas for the other options of testing and stretching it a little bit further what's possible. Definitely always remember to keep that stretching, because a feature can evolve as well over time. So to not discount it, if it didn't do what you thought right at the beginning, go back and try it again. So thanks for checking this out. My name is Patricia Regier with Regier Educational Services. Hope that you're able to facilitate engaging learning experiences, intentionally facilitate those moments where you can connect so that you can turn an audience into participants and have some of those spark light bulb learning moments as well in your day as a facilitator or leader, speaker, and for your participants. So thanks again for checking this out. If these videos are helpful to you, I definitely appreciate a comment, a like, sharing it with others, and subscribing. As the subscribers, continue to grow, it lets me know too. It's a way to validate that you like these videos, that they're of value to you and helpful. And it lets you know when I decide to pop on, when it's not the regular weekly tips or tutorials, that I'm just thinking about something and want to share it with you in the moment. So thanks again. My name is Patricia Regier. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Then it's always going to find that end meeting, and then it cuts off the recording. So yes, at the end, I could go back and trim the beginning and the end. With YouTube, it's a little bit tricky. I think you pretty much have to pick one spot that you're cutting out, but to smile at the end, because it does abruptly cut it off. So be ready for that still smile so it doesn't look weird when it's cut off, even though you feel weird. So